If the Apollo lunar module was the size of a standard minivan, then the Starship lunar lander for the Artemis mission is a 1.5-story building made of black steel, and it has to land precisely on lunar dust. The gap between the past and the future is so massive that your brain will refuse to believe it. Over the next 6 minutes, you will find out exactly why we aren't just returning to the moon, but building a foundation there for a leap into deep space. Over half a century ago, humanity took its first step into the void. The Apollo program was a miracle. But what NASA and ESA are doing right now with the Artemis mission is not just a repeat. It's a rewrite of the rules of physics and engineering. The old ships flew out to plant a flag and return. The new ones are building a bridge to Mars. And the scale of these technologies shatters our conventional perception of reality. When we talk about rockets, numbers mean nothing. Let's put it this way. The Saturn V rocket from the Apollo era weighed as much as a good World War II destroyer. It was a giant. But the SLS, Space Launch System rocket, built for Artemis, is a beast of a completely different order. Its engines generate nearly 4 million kilograms of thrust. That's the equivalent power of 160,000 sports car engines running simultaneously on one small concrete pad. This isn't just a flight. It's a controlled explosion designed to push thousands of tons of metal beyond Earth's gravitational pull. Stop. Think about it for a second. Right now, while you are watching this video, in hangars the size of skyscrapers, engineers are assembling stages that will permanently leave our planet in the coming years. Metal mined on Earth will become part of the lunar landscape. In 1969, astronauts flew to the moon using the Apollo guidance computer. Do you know how much memory it had? 72 kilobytes. A standard photo on your phone is 50 times larger. They flew through radiation and cold, trusting their lives to a device weaker than the chip in a modern smart washing machine. But the Orion spacecraft of the Artemis mission is a flying data center. According to NASA, its onboard systems process millions of operations per second autonomously. If communication with Earth is lost, Orion will chart its own course home, navigating by the stars like an ancient mariner, but with millimeter precision. In the Apollo era, lunar orbit was just a transit zone. Artemis is building the gateway, there a space station. Imagine a staging post in the middle of an icy wasteland. It will be humanity's first station beyond low Earth orbit. It will orbit in a very strange, elongated path, sometimes approaching the moon as close as 3,000 kilometers, then swinging out 70,000 kilometers deep into space. It's the perfect launch pad from which ships will one day depart for Mars. Artemis astronauts will spend up to 21 days in the Orion capsule without docking at the station. Do you know what the habitable volume is? About the size of 2 minivans' interiors, for 4 people. Imagine, you are locked in the minivan with 3 colleagues for 3 weeks, and just behind a thin wall is the deadly vacuum of space.
3, 2, 1, 0.
At the moment of launch, the SLS rocket burns fuel at such a rate that it could completely drain an Olympic-sized swimming pool in 2 minutes. The energy released in the process literally shakes the ground for kilometers around. Apollo spacesuits were rigid. Astronauts hopped on the moon not out of joy, but because they couldn't bend their knees.
Okay.
The new XEMU suits from Axiom Space for Artemis allow them to walk freely, squat, and even pick up rocks. They function as autonomous, human-shaped mini spaceships. Myth: we haven't flown to the moon in 50 years because we lost the Apollo technology. Reality: physics hasn't been forgotten. The blueprints exist. We haven't flown there because budget priorities and political will changed. Building the old rocket today would be like trying to mass produce a steam locomotive in the era of bullet trains. Expensive and pointless. Myth: Artemis is just to prove we can still do it. Reality: according to NASA, the goal of Artemis is to learn in situ resource utilization, for example, turning ice in dark lunar craters into water and rocket fuel. If we don't learn how to survive on the moon, we are guaranteed to die on Mars. If Apollo showed us that we can touch other worlds, Artemis proves that we can stay there. What do you think? Should humanity spend billions on lunar bases right now, or do we need to solve Earth's problems first? Right below, this debate is eternal, and I want to know your opinion. If you want to dive deeper into the secrets of upcoming missions, the next step is the link in the description. Bye!